The bosses at CBS, his mother-in-law is coming in tonight.
Well, is that right?
So it's like we got to watch hour by hour. And it does speak to folks, whether you've got issues with the kids this afternoon, you got a big job thing, or a flight. Flights have already been impacted by this. Weather watchers are already noting it is cold enough for snow on the island, but it's going to change over sooner there. That will not be the case north and west. These aren't wind chills. These are air temperature readings in the Hudson Valley. So, yeah, some of the folks sending in, they're seeing the crews out there salting the roads, cold enough for some icing. Tony's cute. He wants to know how much. Tony's way up north and west, and that's where we are going to be measuring the snow with the ruler. But let's talk specifics. First off, cold enough, you bet. 5 to 10 degrees colder than it was yesterday. So we're at 37, 39 yesterday, the high. That's the normal high for the 4th of January. Right now, just got off the phone with my wife. She is in Ocean County. There was a little snow on the Garden State Parkway, drove right out of it. Roads are just wet. Sandy Hook, flakes will give way to rain. Watch this line spread into parts of Morris County. This is evaporating before it hits the ground. This is hitting the ground. Somerset, Middlesex County, starting to snow. When it hits, it's just wet. You will see some accumulation on elevated and grassy surfaces, roadways with friction, and just the heat of the road will keep it wet. It's a rain event for the Jersey Shore, mindful of the risk of flooding that Vanessa talked about earlier. So for Long Island, nothing to an inch, but that's an inch of liquid equivalent. We're kind of shading this as we go to snow north and west. You see some of these totals up by Tony and Charlie and weather watchers in Ulster and Dutchess. You could see 5 to over 8 inches. The exception, not the rule. But remember, as we get closer to Rockland, Westchester, you may see 1 to 3 or bump into that 3 to 5. But remember, as the storm progresses through the area, that mixing will tap down the total. What that does, while it may make that total go down, what happens is you get that slushy mix. So we've zoomed in. Between now and 2, we start to see some snow filling in Brooklyn through Jersey City out into more of Morris County. Boy, the afternoon commute, it turns icy. This will really slow you down. Sorry, it is going to be a slow commute. But then by 9, heavy rain, and then we see that warm air push through. So now all of a sudden, you're at 2:30 tomorrow morning. It's warmer. It has changed over to rain. You've got a real mess on your hand. Snow that fell earlier is being washed away. That could lead to a little bit of local flooding in poor drainage areas. And then one final insult as we wrap this thing up early tomorrow morning, it's going to exit as cold air once again, so you could see another little burst of snow. European model has been very aggressive with this all along. For snow output, they're flirting with over 10 inches north and west, whereas the GFS, even this close to the event, is not very bullish on snow, but still wants to give us an inch of rain. So you've got a lot to deal with the liquid equivalent of this storm. Just depends on where that cold air is. 37 today. You know what we'll do after the show? We'll do a Facebook Live. We'll go through all these models one by one. It's very interesting. Lot to consider. Very cold. Please heat your home and apartment safely. And, oh, you got to take it slow this afternoon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.